Hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day before we begin the video. Please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. General Hospital spoilers reveal Port Charles is heating up, delivering another jaw-dropping twist. Jason Morgan, Steve Burton, is starting to see through the smoke and mirrors of jostling Joss Jack's latest scheme. Our girl Joss has been playing a dangerous game, and while she thinks she's got it all under control, Jason's instincts are screaming that something is seriously off. But here's the million-dollar question, GH fans. Will he piece it together before the sinister WSB chief Jack Brennan, Chris McKenna, tightens his grip on her? Joss has been acting cagey lately, dodging questions and throwing herself into situations that scream trouble. Ever since she started digging into Dex Heller's Evanhofer death, she's been on a collision course with danger. Enter Brennan, the smooth-talking agent who's got more charm than a snake oil salesman and twice the venom. Word around town is that Joss thinks she can outsmart him, using her wits and a few well-timed flirtations to get the upper hand. But Jason isn't buying it. In a tense exchange, he may corner her. "You're in over your head, Joss," he might warn. "Whatever you're hiding, it's gonna get you hurt." Classic Jason, always the protector, even when no one wants him to be. But oh, the drama doesn't stop there. Spoilers spill that Jason's suspicions are spot on. Brennan is playing Joss like a fiddle, dangling intel about her family to keep her hooked, while he plots something far darker. Is it revenge against Carly Spencer, Laura Wright? A power grab tied to Jen Sidwell's Carlo Rota arrival in town? Or, hold onto your hats. Could Brennan have a personal vendetta against the Corinthos family that has been simmering for years? The clues are piling up, and Jason is starting to connect the dots, but time is ticking. Spoilers tease a heart-pounding moment where Joss walks right into Brennan's trap. Will it bring dimly lit docks, a shadowy figure, and a deal gone sideways? Will Jason's spidey senses kick in fast enough to pull her out of the fire? The fallout is going to be epic. Carly is soon to be sniffing around, ready to go full mama bear, while Vaughn, Bryce Durfee, might complicate things further. Joss, bless her stubborn heart, thinks she has this handled, but Brennan's endgame could leave her, and everyone she loves, in ruins. Jason will be racing against the clock, but we expect the unexpected. Will he save Joss from Brennan's clutches, or will Port Charles lose another soul to the shadows? Stay tuned for more GH news and spoilers up ahead. Jason Morgan has always trusted his instincts. It's what's kept him alive all these years in Port Charles, navigating the dangerous crosscurrents of mob life, family loyalty, and unspoken secrets. But this time something feels different. Something is pulling at him from beneath the surface, a thread he can't quite untangle, but knows he has to. The name Brennan keeps coming up, a ghost from the shadows tied to quiet movements and whispered threats, and somehow Jason knows it's connected to Jostling Jax. He watches her closely, sees the flicker in her eyes, the way she deflects questions with half smiles and vague reassurances, and it sets something off in him. Joss is hiding something, and the deeper he looks, the more it becomes clear she's playing a dangerous game, and she's playing it alone. It began a few weeks ago, subtle shifts in Joss's behavior, small inconsistencies in her story. She was asking questions she shouldn't know to ask, poking around places that no longer involved her. Jason dismissed it at first, chalked it up to the protective instincts, a stubborn will to stand up for the people she loves. But then he started noticing patterns. She was disappearing for hours at a time, giving flimsy explanations that didn't quite add up. She was avoiding Dex and brushing past Sunny and Carly with smiles that didn't reach her eyes. Jason knows her too well. He knows the look of someone who's carrying something heavy and trying desperately not to drop it. What he doesn't know yet is how far it's gone. Because Joss isn't just looking into Brennan, she's baiting him. After everything that happened with Dex, after the lines between love and loyalty blurred beyond recognition, Jocelyn made a decision. She wasn't going to sit on the sidelines anymore. She wasn't going to watch the people she cares about get hurt because of the choices others made. She found a lead on Brennan, a name, a location, a trail of digital breadcrumbs, and instead of taking it to Jason or Sunny, she followed it herself. One meeting led to another, and before long she was in contact with someone who claimed to work for Brennan. It started with questions and turned into veiled threats, and now she's in deeper than she ever intended. Not now. She's convinced she can handle it, that she's one step ahead, but she doesn't realize Brennan has already made her. And Brennan isn't just playing along. He's planning something. He's been watching Port Charles from afar, tracking every power shift, every family fracture, every move Sunny makes. And when he noticed Jocelyn poking around, he didn't see a threat. He saw an opportunity. Brennan has a score to settle with Sunny and Jason, and what better way than through someone close, someone smart, someone stubborn enough to walk straight into his trap, thinking she's in control. So he let her follow the trail. He let her think she was getting closer. And now she's standing on the edge of something far more dangerous than she knows. Brennan doesn't just want revenge. He wants to make a point, and Joss is his message. Jason starts to piece it together slowly. He sees her at the pier talking to a man who doesn't belong in Port Charles. He catches a name on her burner phone, a number that traces back to an encrypted account. He confronts her, but she brushes it off, tells him to trust her, tells him she's fine. But he's not convinced. The harder she tries to push him away, the more certain he becomes that she's in over her head. He goes to Carly first, knowing she'll have noticed the shift too, but Carly hasn't seen the signs, or maybe she's too close to see them clearly. So Jason starts digging himself quietly, methodically. Every file he pulls, every lead he follows keeps circling back to the same name, Brennan. And the more he learns, the more the pieces fall into place. Brennan's silence hasn't been absence, it's been strategy. He's been moving pieces behind the scenes, waiting for the right moment to strike. And Jocelyn walking right into his orbit. That's the move he's been waiting for. Jason's urgency grows. He checks her phone records, hacks into surveillance footage, finds timestamps that don't line up. He follows her one night across the river to a warehouse he doesn't recognize and watches as she meets with someone under the cover of darkness. She thinks she's being careful, but Jason's been doing this too long. He sees the way the man gestures too confidently, sees the look in Joss's eyes when she thinks she's finally winning. She doesn't see the danger closing in around her. She doesn't know she's the bait. Jason makes his move that same night. He confronts Dex, demands to know what Joss has told him. Dex is stunned, shaken, furious that Joss didn't loop him in. He knew something was off, but didn't want to push her away again. Now he knows she's keeping secrets, and Jason's urgency confirms the worst. The two of them team up, reluctantly bound by their shared need to protect Jocelyn from herself. Jason contacts Spinelli, gets him working on tracking Brennan's digital footprint. What they find is chilling. Brennan has been in Port Charles for days, maybe longer, operating from the shadows, staying one step ahead. He knows who Jocelyn is. He knows who her family is. And he's not just waiting anymore. He's setting the trap. Joss gets a message the next morning. One final meeting. One final drop. If she wants the information on Brennan's operation, she has to come alone. Of course she agrees. She thinks this is her moment, her win. She doesn't realize it's a setup. Jason does. He's only just pieced it all together when she's already gone. She left her phone behind, a calculated move, but one that makes it harder for anyone to trace her. Jason scrambles, pulling every resource he is, calling in every favor. Spinelli manages to narrow down the likely location. An old boatyard outside the city limits. Jason doesn't wait. He and Dex head out, knowing every second counts. Meanwhile, Brennan is already there, watching Jocelyn from behind mirrored glass as she walks into the darkened warehouse, bold, brave, and completely unaware. She demands answers, tells him she's not afraid, and Brennan smiles. He admires her spirit. It's almost a shame. Port Charles, Carly finally gets the truth out of Spinelli, and panic sets in. She calls Sunny, who's already putting his men on alert. They were too late to stop Joss from going, but they're not too late to save her. They can't be. Jason and Dex arrive just as things turn deadly. Brennan's men surround Jocelyn, and the moment she realizes she's being played is the moment she sees Jason burst through the door, weapon raised, face cold and focused. What follows is chaos. Gunfire, shouts, smoke. Dex pulls Joss to safety while Jason goes after Brennan, but the man slips away, disappearing into the night like a ghost. All that's left is a threat scribbled on the wall in red ink. This is just the beginning. Back at the penthouse, Joss is shaken, angry at herself for walking into the trap, furious at Jason for not trusting her sooner, devastated that Brennan got away. But Jason is quiet, watching her with that unreadable stare of his. He tells her the only thing he can, that she's lucky to be alive and that next time he won't let her go it alone. Joss tries to argue, but her voice breaks. She realizes now how close she came to losing everything. And Jason realizes how much danger they're all still in. Because Brennan isn't finished. He's made his first move, and now everyone's on the board. Joss is marked. Jason is in his sights. And Port Charles is about to be pulled into a game it doesn't even know it's playing. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our YouTube channel for more update news.